about 10 masters, small and medium. One or two we never had very much contact with. Chemistry department, nothing very much, although there was at least one guy who briefly entered the chemistry department and eventually got a Nobel Prize. We were very lucky in having at least one modest but very decent master, Ron Tress, a very sensible economist who managed for the next few years to preside over a gradual but definite change without necessarily losing contact with.
And he knew, I mean, I remember I met him shortly before he died, Ron
Yes.
Tress. I went to see him, he invited me to go and see him. And I remember, you could see from the way he spoke, he was telling me how he dealt with the academic board and what to do. I always remember him saying to me, he says, sometimes everybody agrees with you as master, so that's fine. He said, sometimes there are a few people who agree with you, so you say, Professor X made a very good point, whatever.
Yeah.
He said, the problem is when nobody agrees with you.
Yeah.
And he said, then occasionally you have to bang the table and say, I am the master, and if you don't like it, whatever. But most of the time, he said, you just have to say, we are an academic community and
Exactly,
we'll
that
do
was
what
his
the
line.
academic community wants.
And I will say this, that as it were, among the many prime masters, in some ways he was the most positive for that reason,
Yes,
by enabling Birkbeck to get back
yes,
into the theatre. After that, things become more adventurous again.
yes.
Huh?
Well, I'd be interested in your views on the Tessa Blackstone era and the sort of the crisis that began. Even I think when she'd just been appointed, there was a huge funding crisis in the college.
Well, that was the beginning, as you might say, of becoming more ambitious for Birkbeck, which previously I don't think we had been that much. We've licked the main enemy, the people who believe that part-time teaching at a high level is not possible. And we do that.
And do you think that's the correct continuation of the Birkbeck tradition? So if we go back sort of right to the beginning, that if that's what Birkbeck and the people who founded the college would want us to be doing now, continuing that in the way that we are in terms of part-time and working people and so on.
Well, effectively, nowadays it won't be anything like the mechanics, but the equivalent of the mechanics are in fact the people qualifying for professional and technical jobs of this kind who, in the first place, there needs to be a place for them, particularly in a capital city. There needs to be a place in which people can decide to go to and say, look and see what's happening there.
Or even sort of reorienting your career, changing
Yes,
the direction of your career and wanting
that's
to
right.
to come back and do something.
That's right. Yes, something where it is possible both to improve your present career and also to see the possibilities of changing it. Yes, but of course it's been very important, I think, that Birkbeck has taken over, as it were, the patronage of general further education of this kind. Otherwise, looking back over those long years, we are better off now. Well, Birkbeck is better than it was before. And
In what sort of, so what would you say are the sort of the key things that we're better now than at the time you started?
Well, the key things that are better are, of course, that it covers a much wider range. uh, uh, and a fair amount of it at fairly top-rate level. People have heard of it much more than they used to be, even if they aren't directly into it. So the recommendation factor
absolutely
is still there. And indeed it's been working much better. I mean, you know, without being flattering to you, you've been the best, technically speaking, the best master we've had.